there, both due to the Reiki healing. So, how do you want to tackle this? Ideally, this is about suicide prevention. And the way I imagined it would work is that we could talk about personal stories, talk about ourselves or someone we know and love, and essentially from that, try and find the things that everybody has inside them that might help them to be, I don't know, is the word calmed? I think, I don't know. Go on, Brenda.
Reassured.
Reassured. Excellent.
Reassured that they're not alone. They're not out there alone. There are other people who have gone through this. There are people that understand. You are not alone.
Excellent. All right, who would like to kick off with personal stories about suicidal ideation?
11-year-old male. This was several years ago. 11-year-old
11.
boy.
11.
11 years old. Dyslexic. The standard classroom, because dyslexia it depends on the degree of the dyslexia, of course. A very gifted, talented child. He was in advanced courses, but he was dyslexic. One of his standard, like a homeroom teacher, one of his standard teachers, didn't like little boys. And she didn't like little boys that had difficulty reading or difficulty writing. With, as you know, with a lot of people that are dyslexic, you might write your E backwards or a 3 backwards. And just bring it to their attention so they can make the change and go on. You don't need to berate them. And she would continually do this to the point this child went home and was found in the bedroom with a belt around his neck trying to hang himself, because this teacher continually berated him, made, the little nasty comments that you shouldn't even be allowed to live.
Really?
Absolutely. That teacher is no longer teaching.
Yeah, that teacher should,
That teacher is no longer teaching. And I read this morning that the incidence of kids 10 years older self-harm is just through the roof.
It's so one of the, sorry to interrupt, one of the things that one of my projects is to do with girls' education, because basically in primary school, primary age girls are awesome. They're so bright and their communication skills are so high, and a 9-10-year-old boy will be climbing trees, mucking about, wherever it is. It's kind of like we're kind of like the sort of chimpanzee version of humans. But so I coached in primary schools for 12 years, and a 4-year-old girl came up to me. So I lost the use of my right arm in a motorcycle accident in 1996, and I'm coaching in this school, and when I'm wearing a t-shirt you can see my arm, and I was lying down in this atrium so I could be at the same height as the children, and this little 4-year-old walked up my chest and she was looking at me and she said, "Oh, what happened to your arm?" And I said, "Oh, I had a motorcycle accident, a bike accident." She went, "Oh, does it hurt?" And I said, "Yes, it does." And she said, "I'm so sorry, I hope it gets better." At 4. So then they get into secondary school, and I've posted this on social media too a few times. Girls in secondary school are getting asked between 10 and 11 times a night, or 10 to 15 times a night, for nude photos or salacious photos from their classmates. So bullying is now 24 hours a day. Sexualization is happening way too early, and the cat is out of the bag now. So what do we do, Natalia?
Well, sad to say, but I'm also from the education background. I'm a secondary educator, a trained educator, and in my experience working with